Hello Reddit, the Antiquary here with a packet trick this time. I'll give the performance first and a brief commentary at the end of the video. Let's get started. I'd like to test your powers of memory and observation using a packet of 5 playing cards. I'll show you the cards one at a time, and then I'm going to ask you some very basic questions about them. Still, it's important that you pay close attention, so I'll go slow. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. First question, I call it the Sesame Street question. Did any of these cards stand out to you as different from the rest? The Ace of Spades. Good answer. You get a cookie. Question number 2, do you happen to recall the identity of the other 4 cards? Sorry, that was my mistake. A little rusty at this trick, but yes, jokers. Good answer. Free point. Free cookies. Let's continue, but before we do, if you would be so kind, just follow these cards up, down. Thank you. Perfect. Where were we? 1 ace, 4 jokers. Question number 3. At any point do you recall seeing a second ace in the pack of jokers? What, you mean this one? Now, if you're being honest, of course, you don't remember seeing this ace. And then you realize at this point that I'm tricking you somehow. Sorry about that. It's in the job description. Usually people assume that I have more than just 4 cards in my hand, that I'm hiding cards somewhere. I want to show you very clearly, very fairly, that I really do have just 4 cards, but first, up, down, perfect, thank you. Where was I? Right, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing hidden in the hands, nothing hidden in the cards. Well, unless you count the fact that now there's a second ace. You probably saw that coming. Up, down, where were we? 2 aces, that's 1, 2, a joker. No, I'm sorry, that's 3 aces in the hand. 1 ace on the table, that makes 4. Wait a minute now, this is starting to confuse me. In the first place, I asked you, did any card stand out as different from the rest? You said the Ace of Spades. Now, of course, we have 1 joker and 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. A miracle. Maybe you're like, yeah, great trick. Maybe not. Maybe you just feel tricked. I feel bad about that. So let me ask you one more question, a real genuine question here, pertaining to your memory. Throughout all these aces changing to jokers, jokers changing to aces, all that business, at any point do you recall seeing the backs of the playing cards? You do? Could you describe them? Blue bicycle-backed playing cards. Did the cards have any other distinguishing marks or features that you noticed? No. See, this is the part that always, I always find bizarre. Yeah, that's one thing when I'm changing the faces of the cards. But despite the fact that you were paying such close attention, you didn't observe that the backs of the cards were actually red. Nor did you observe that there are big black X's drawn on every single card. That's the part that always baffles me. If it baffles you and you want to see more tricks like this, you can always check out my account on Reddit. That's You the Antiquary on the Magic subreddit on reddit.com. Thank you. So this is a trick by Dave Campbell, which is published in the Dave Campbell Legacy, which was put out by International Magic, the International Magic Shop in London, UK. Maybe you can get this online. I bought it at the brick and mortar store. The trick again is called All Change. It's a 5-card packet trick, so it packs small. I have it in a little envelope this big, goes in a pocket, and you can carry it anywhere. It's a really fantastic trick for that reason. Close up, stand up, walk around, whatever kind of performing situation you do or you need it for. I'll just put out, I don't really have too much to say. I think the trick speaks for itself. I think it's really strong. Just a few anecdotes from when I've performed it for, living human people. One time I performed it, and the person who was observing the cards, after being tricked, basically fooled with the aces and the jokers, claimed that she really genuinely could not remember seeing the backs of the cards. I could have prompted her, saying like, are you sure they weren't blue? But as it happened, another spectator helped her out and said they were blue. They were definitely blue, which was a great moment. It showed two things. Well, first of all, it set me up for a stronger ending than if I had said, "Don't you think they were blue?" But the other thing that really showed to me was that people really get into this trick. Even though you're only dealing with one spectator explicitly, everybody else who's watching this is really invested in what's going on. And everybody there is burning your hands, trying to figure out how you're doing these changes. And I tell you what, at least for lay people, I know, magicians might see the ending coming. It's not exactly a new idea for an ending, but lay people do not see that coming. And that kills, so it's got just that kicker that you always want to look for in a trick. It's all very organic, and the only other comment, the reset takes, probably 1 to 2 seconds. So, you can do it as you're moving to the next table or the next spectator or whatever. That's all it takes. So it's really great. I can only rave about it. Best trick in the whole book. Thanks.